This week, we'll be going over all of the collectibles in Little Nightmares for the achievements Light Up Your Life, Little Lost Things, and Rascals. And then because the DLC also has a bunch of collectible related achievements, we're going to be going over Not Alone, Is Anybody Out There, and I'm Losing You. There are going to be a decent amount of collectibles throughout the game for these, but it shouldn't really take you that long to get them all. And now, let's get into it. Of course, first we have to go over what the base game achievements are even for. So Light Up Your Life is going to be for lighting 20 candles and lanterns. There are actually going to be 26 spread out through the game though, so you'll end up getting the achievement partway through the game and then don't have to worry about it after. Little Lost Things is for finding and hugging the 13 gnomes in the game, and then Rascal will be for finding and destroying all 10 of the ladies' figurines. Once we finish all of those, we'll move on to the DLC ones. So starting out in Chapter 1, we have the first lantern here in the starting room. Figurine 1 will be right here after the long stairs after that. Just come up here and go up this hallway to find it. Pick it up and throw it to unlock it. Lantern 2 will be right over here in the room where the fridge you have to climb is. Just come over to the right and you can light this one up as well as grab Gnome 1 in the same room. Lantern 3 will be after the first area with the leeches, just go over to this corner to light it. Then Lantern 4 is after the next room with a lot of leeches, just jump across this gap and it's right next to the ladder. Lantern 5 will be in the room after you climb up the sheet rope over here. Lantern 6 is after the first large eye section right over here. After climbing up the cages at that lantern, you can go over to the right and drop down to this ledge with an opening. In here is Gnome 2, and then right next to it is Lantern 7. Then climb back up that cage wall and go over to the left to this room for Figurine 2. Lantern 8 is going to be a little bit further. Once you get to this area, you have to climb up these other cages to this spot with this lantern. Lantern 9 will be over here on the other side of the weight that you'll drop and then ride down. When you light that, you'll cause Gnome 3 to take off running over to the right so that you can go grab that one. Lantern 10 will be up at the top of this set of stairs. Before you go up the next one, just go through the room on the right and go up to the top of the desk. That also causes Gnome 4 to start running, which you'll need to go back out and up the stairs again to go get him. Figurine 3 will be in this room, just climb up the drawers all the way up and then jump over to the left to throw this one down. Lantern 11 is going to be in this tunnel system. Then once you're captured and break out, you can get Lantern 12 from out the door to your left. Lantern 13 will be up here after you climb up this wall up to the next floor. Then Lantern 14 will be after you escape the long arm guy and drop down here. Gnome 5 is going to be up top if you climb up the ladder and go into this area. Figurine 4 is going to be in the vents if you come all the way down here and then back up here. Gnome 6 will be in this library area. If you go down here, it'll scare it out and then you can go chase it to grab it. Lantern 15 is up top of this bookcase once you climb up. Lantern 16 is going to be in the next library section up here. Then once you're running back through this area, you can get Lantern 17 down here. Once you run all the way back, you can light Lantern 18 before this hole in the wall. Lantern 19 is going to be sitting in this next tunnel system. Then Figurine 5 will be in here sitting on this table. Lantern 20 will be at the end of the kitchen area up on top of the shelf. At this point you should get the Lantern achievement. Then in the area where you'll grab the next key, you can hug Gnome 7 in this bathroom. Gnome 8 will be back down the elevator stuck in this jar. Just break it open to grab him. Gnome 9 is going to be under the table in the meat grinder room. Then Lantern 21 will be in the freezer room. Just go through this hole in the wall over here. Figurine 6 is going to be pretty much right next to it. And after you end up falling into the trash pile area, you can get Figurine 7 from in the left front corner. Then when you come back up into the dishwashing area, you can go up to the pots on the left and then go into this other room for Lantern 22. Once you drop down onto this big pipe outside the kitchen area, you can get Gnome 10 from inside this little gap. And then Lantern 23 will be right next to it. Gnome 11 will be in this area by the large table over to the right in a hole in the wall. Lantern 24 is going to be right next to that in the same room. Figurine 8 is going to be in the hallway area after you walk on the pipes. Just drop down here on top of it and toss it off. Lantern 25 will be after you go in the elevator. Just come down here to get it. Gnome 12 will be over to the left in this room next to a bucket. Lantern 26 is going to be after this chase sequence. You'll jump down here and it'll be sitting in the corner. Gnome 13 you automatically get right after that because you're just so hungry and can't help yourself. Figurine 9 is going to be after you go up here before you go into the elevator to chase the lady. And Figurine 10 is going to be sitting on the vanity where you saw the lady a little bit earlier. Now, if you made it this far, you've probably liked the guide up to this point. So I'll do the YouTuber thing and ask that you like the video, subscribe, and comment down below to let me know that you've made it this far. And if you want to go a step further, hit the join button below the video to join the member club for as little as 99 cents to help fund future video production. Now, let's get back into it. Then we can move on to the first DLC, where we'll get not alone for finding the 5 Flotsam bottles in this DLC. The first one will be in this bathroom area up on the sink. The second one will be down at the bottom of this puzzle where you raise the water up and down. Over to the right, there's a pipe that you can go through to grab this one. The third one is in the water area where you're jumping and swimming across these areas. Just jump up here and grab this one. The fourth one is going to be up here. You have to jump over to the left to this platform where you'll get this one. And the fifth and final one for this DLC is near the end over here before you go up these stairs. Just rip off the planks to get through and grab it. Then moving on to the second DLC we have is anybody out there for finding the next 5 Flotsam bottles in this map. The first will be in this hole in the left wall up here of this puzzle room. Then just go in there and down here to grab it. The second one will be in the dark area where you're running around the long arm guy and you just come up here under these stairs before you run up them to find this one. The third is going to be in this room with the cart and the drawers. Climb up the left side of the drawers up to the ceiling and walk along here to this one. The fourth one is going to be in the big furnace area. Once you can climb up the ladders on the left, just go up there and under these stairs you can grab this one. The fifth will be after the big coal area where you have to run around and catch a couple of gnomes. Just bring the cart over to these shelves and over here you can jump up to grab this last bottle. Then we can move on to the last collectible achievement, I'm losing you, for getting the 5 Flotsam bottles in the last DLC. The first one is going to be in this dark hallway down here. You can turn the light on first or just go up to the top of the bookshelf while it's dark and grab it then. The second will be out to the top right of the big staircase puzzle area. You'll open up the eye door and then go through the painting puzzle where you do the second, third, fourth, sixth, and eighth lights to open up the next door and grab it from in there. The third will be over in the area behind the door in the top left of the big stairs area. Just go into that door once you have it unlocked and immediately go down towards the camera to grab it. The fourth is going to be behind this painting in this room. To open it, you'll have to run across the piano keys and then the painting is going to lift up, revealing this next bottle. The fifth and final one is going to be in the last area with the lady. You just need to basically go all the way to the right over here, and then down towards the camera as far as you can until you get down here to grab it. And that's going to be all of the collectible achievements for Little Nightmares and its DLC. Now, be sure to check out my playlist for my other Little Nightmare achievement guides or whichever one of my videos YouTube recommends.